Okay, you guys, so we're going to try to make our heart that has shading, and it's a little bit of an abstract heart. Now, this could be a good piece to save and use for a Valentine card. So you want to use probably a half piece of paper, so you're not trying to make it so big that it'll take you way too long to finish it. So you take a piece of paper and fold it in half like a book. Okay, fold it in half this way. Here's the tall way. Fold it down, match up the edges, crease it really good. Then I would keep it this way, and we're going to practice drawing hearts first before we do this. We should have already done that. So let's see how we're going to draw it. This is what we're going for. Here's one that's just started, and I'm shading with a color. Now you could just do this with a regular pencil too. Colored pencil or crayons. Press down really hard, get it really dark, and gradually, very carefully, get it a little bit lighter, 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 and then darker again. You want to practice that. So there's one that started. This is one that's a little bit further along, and I chose to use some warm colors that were kind of Valentine colors, purple, a reddish purple, and a red. You could do any colors you want. You don't have to use Valentine colors. Any colors you want, or just like I said, just use a pencil. Okay, so I'm going to stick this one up here so we can see what we're going for. And we practice drawing our hearts, so let's talk about that again. I have this piece of paper right here I'm going to use, and I'm going to make our two bumps like we were practicing. So you might even want to put a dot in the middle if you want to make sure that you're right in the middle, and put your bumps and go to the dot, and then put another bump. And you know, you got to keep these up here in the top. So now to keep it really centered, put a dot down here. Now you know where to go to from this spot to this spot. Bring it down to that point, and bring this one around and down to that point. Take some practice, but if we practice for a little bit before this, I think you'll be okay. Also remember, draw light till you get it right. You can always erase a little bit if it's messed up, if you don't press down too hard. Okay, now here's the steps. Number one, draw a line. Any kind of line, wavy line. Let's start not right in the middle, a little bit up high on this side, and draw a wavy line going across. I'm not making mine super wavy, just a little bit curvy, okay? You could do it a different way, but just remember, if you make it really little bitty curves like this, if you do it like that, it's going to be really hard to color into that. So better plan to make it a slow curve, a very soft curve. All right, so now we're going to draw another line. Let's start up here this time and go for down here. Wavy line. Some of you might want to make straight lines. That you could do that. You could do straight lines. You could do a combination. Let's do a straight line. So I'm going to put one a little bit less curvy. Start up somewhere up around the middle top of your paper and bring a line down like that. And then same thing over here. Let's go across. Now, the thing is I don't want to make too many, because then I've got too many little spaces to color in. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Let's look at this one. This one has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, 5 or 6 lines. Maybe one more somewhere weird. Look at your heart shape and see if there's a big empty space that you might want to put another line in. Okay? Let's put one more right there. And you can even make them go off the page. It doesn't even have to go all the way across the heart. You can be creative on this. Okay? Now, you're going to take your colors. You can use crayons, colored pencils, regular pencil. I wouldn't use markers. Markers don't do shading. They're just one color, and that's all you get. You can't really shade very well with a marker. So if I'm going to shade right here, I start coloring at one end and go to the other. So let's say I start right here, and I'm really going to press down. And then I have to start letting up on my pressure. Just press down, but a little softer, little softer. Don't worry about the edges. Try to get close to the line, but you don't have to this very first when you're first coloring it. Now I'm barely touching the paper. I'm almost not touching it. Okay, now I want to press down a little harder again. A little bit harder, a little bit harder, a little bit harder. And so you can do it this way where it's dark on both ends, whatever color you're using. See, now I can go back and kind of fill in the edges. Or you could do it just really dark on one end and then light on the other. The fun thing about making it dark on both ends and working your way to a lighter middle is it'll make your colors look like they're bumpy, like they're sticking out a little bit. You'll see what I mean, kind of like they're going in and out of that heart. That's what shading does. It creates form. So now they want to take a different color. I would mix my colors and use a few different ones to make it really look good. So pick another spot. I'll just do a little one right here. Let's do some purple right here. And then this one, maybe I'll just let it get really light really quick and then get darker, darker, darker. Now another idea is you could add a little white. Sometimes that helps smooth it out if you have a white crayon or a white pencil. But really your paper is your white color. So let's practice shading using value in our art by shading. And you'll end up with a really good heart picture. And we'll have fun creating our art today. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. See you later.